So, decided to check out another console. A couple of you have probably been watching my shorts. I have done couple of consoles, but they're kind of like more popular consoles, ones that everyone knew. So I kind of wanted to go into more detail this one because this is definitely much more obscure. So yeah, I actually own an Ouya. So yeah, this is actually it was a micro console originally it was done through Kickstarter. I did eventually get like corporate backing and everything. So back in mid 2010s, what was the original Kickstarter? I think it was back in 2013. And like the big problem with this console was when the way they tried to advertise it, they were just going for the wrong audience. Like they were still saying, all hardcore gamers about how, games are too expensive. You can get something cheaper. You can modify this, and do, backdoor programming in that. But it's like, honestly, for a night what was a $99 US console, honestly, they should have focused on a more casual market. So with that being said, I decided, I wanted to actually check out the one that I have. Now, this is actually a Kickstarter Ouya. The reason you can tell there's no real advertising on the console because, with Kickstarter, whenever you pledge something, you're essentially pre-purchasing it as long as the product actually comes out, because, that does happen sometimes. So, like if you to buy this retail, I've seen pictures of retail. I haven't actually seen the retail version. Like it obviously just advertises the console and everything. Now, just to note, I did not kickstart this. I wasn't really into Kickstarter. I haven't really got into them until so recently. Because of this, I actually purchased this just for eBay. And yeah, it cost me a little bit more than probably what it was originally worth, but you'll see why in a second. So yeah, you open it up, and then you get this. Thank you for believing. Now, two things about this. If you get the retail version, it has some generic crap about being, made for gamers, designed in California, I think. And the other thing is, I didn't believe in this console, and the person who bought it probably didn't believe either. And I'll show you in a second why. So yeah, here we are. Here is the Ouya console. So, you got the console itself, which is relatively, obviously it's small. It's not too, like, it was never designed to be, a powerhouse console. But as you can, it was designed to run on Android system. Essentially, it was like an Android phone that can hook into your TV and play video games. Again, which is why I felt they should have gone with, the more casual market. Now, fun little fact about this thing is that this one, because it's a Kickstarter, you actually have, as you can see here, you got inscribes of various backers. If I was to have a guess of what these are, I'd probably say these are top backers. They're sort of the ones that sort of pledge the most money during the backing phase. And interestingly enough, not all of these Kickstarter consoles actually came with the etchings. I remember seeing a video of Stuart Ash, and he actually got one of these and did not have the etching on it, which is a bit interesting. So yeah, as you can see, so you got Notch 402, Brian Fargo, Yodoy, was it Yodo 1? Handy Games, Head Up Games, Faciet, Narkid, Ick, Kefanov, and GameFans.com. Sounds like they advertise themselves. So yeah, that's the console. It's got a little bit to weight to it. And then, of course, you got the controller. Now, this was definitely one of the biggest sort of gripes of this thing, because as a controller, you'd think it'd be okay. I mean, the thumbsticks are all right. But there are issues with this. For one thing, the actual buttons tended to press down. Apparently, some of the early Kickstarters had this issue. They press down too far and they actually get stuck on the faceplate. It does feel like this one's at least been fixed. It doesn't feel like the buttons go very far. Apparently, shoulder buttons also would get stuck on occasion as well. On the plus side, it has a touchpad, which I think was important, especially with like the Android games. Because obviously the Android guys are designed with a touchscreen. So by having this touchpad, it sort of made it easier to integrate it into the Ouya system. Now, one of the big issues of this is actually the battery compartment. rather than having, you know, built-in battery or something like Xbox, which has a battery pack here, you essentially have to take off each of these silver face plates, and there's a battery you got to put in here and in here. Now, the other interesting thing about this, so you move this, and then you get all the goodies. And here's where you realize the obvious thing. The person who kickstarted this never used it. Because as you can see, everything is still in its box. This is the adapter. This is interesting. They actually have a plug for it, which, yeah, this is actually so this is the AC adapter. Essentially, this has got generic, I'm going to show this. Yeah, so you notice it's sort of got a generic, this side. So yeah, it's got a very generic little thing. So the idea, you open it up and you can see that's got, let me show you, I can put it back in on the box. So yeah, you got these little forks. So the idea is that depending on which country it's in, you essentially just put these, you just put this little thing in and just match it with whichever country needs it, because it always goes down the same voltage. I guess they designed it for max voltage. In this case, would have been 240 because that's what it is in Australia. And yeah, as you can see, there's an Australian adapter. But as I said, in its bag, HDMI cable, and look at that, even the batteries, which are, what are these? Yeah, Duracell. Look at that. Yeah, proper brand and everything. So yeah, actually I might set those out just in case something goes wrong with the batteries. Actually now, oh crap, I've got a bit of, I just noticed I got a bit of acid, damn it. No, it doesn't look like it's damaged anything. It's just, yeah, just a bit of dust, so it's not a big problem. So yeah, that is that's the whole console. So yeah, I think it's still a fun collectible to have. I actually enjoy collecting. Like, I collect anything when it comes to history. Like, you know, you got all these Pong consoles, which I own. I'll probably go through a few of them, at least in my shorts anyway. And then you got like other consoles, obviously. So normally the more obscure stuff. This I particularly like because, you know, like the idea of a video game console coming from Kickstarter of all places. I think that's a very interesting way of doing it. Ultimately, it didn't succeed. And again, I think that was just down to the marketing. The marketing wasn't very good, but I think mainly just the marketing wasn't really focusing on the correct demographic, you know. It was focusing so hard on, you know, hardcore gamers. And really, I should have gone for more the casual crowd. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed checking out, so yeah, my Ouya Kickstarter edition. Oh, wait, I also got this. Again, I didn't believe, and neither did the guy that bought this originally. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed checking that out. As I said, I've got plenty of other consoles, and I'll probably get through more of them as I go along. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that.